the crisis here in the United States. But holy crap, look at what's going on in the UK. I was over there right at the end of October. So on October 7th, we all know what happened in Israel. And then all these huge protests broke out, like pro-Palestine. So I had some places to go. I don't really give a shit about my surroundings all that much. I'm going to do what I want to do as long as I'm not like causing. So I'm walking against the grain up this, whatever they said, like 150,000 or something like that, people waving the Palestinian flag, walking down the street the other way on their march in London because I had to get where I was going. London's in trouble, right? Like the UK is in trouble. When we start talking about this overwhelming the system, we're looking at these kind of, much more generous social democracies. Sweden, Germany's hosed. I mean, their economy's possibly in free fall. The UK, and what at that point? What does the solution look like? Right? How could they fix that problem now? Belgium's a big one. I was riding with this guy. I went to spoke at the EU Parliament this time last year. So I'm riding with this dude, and it turns out he's like the European James Bond. He's like driving me from the airport, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we've got to deal with this problem. I do all the security stuff or whatever." And he's talking to me about how you can get arrested if one of them starts a fight with you and you do anything about it. It's racism and you'll end up hauled before a tribunal. And it's happened to him. And it's like, we've got to start figuring our way to get him out. But it's like, how do you get him out? And I don't mean everybody. I mean the people who are causing criminal problems, the people who aren't trying to follow Belgian law or UK law or whatever else. And they're going on TV saying this, like, there's that imam or whatever the other day that famously went on and was like, in London, it was like, we're going to take this country. Like, we're not going to follow your rules. We're not going to follow your law. I don't remember what he said, so that's not exactly right. A lot of information passes between these ears these days. But the fact of the matter is, the question becomes when you have a crisis at that scale,